effects. Spiny lumpsuckers.
All these animals and countless more fall victim to the cataclysmic long-term effects of crude oil spills
Every day.
Oil, or petroleum, is a naturally occurring resource found deep beneath the Earth's crust, created by subjecting dead organisms to intense heat and pressure. Petroleum is an essential resource of our post-industrial society, used to power our engines, factories, and homes. Unfortunately, large amounts of crude oil happens to be just as toxic to ecosystems as it is necessary to our daily life. That's why it really sucks whenever we spill it everywhere, like an infant spills its num-num juice. Come on.
Guess what time it is?
It's simile time.
Like the num-num juice, spilled petroleum moves quickly, shortly covering a wide surface area with its slippery essence. It gets within every nook and cranny it possibly can and remains there stubbornly. And, just like that brightly colored sugar drink, the oil never really goes away, despite Mommy's furious scrubbing and cleaning. No matter how much Mommy scrubs and curses the baby for wanting num-num juice in the first place, there will always be a faint red stain on the bib, shirt, and carpet. Aww. But unlike the juice, which at most may cost us an extra trip to the supermarket to purchase some more drinks for the baby, and some for Mommy, spilled oil can have catastrophic effects, devastating marine ecosystems for thousands of miles, reaching beaches, swamps, and marshes within days. The oil swiftly travels across the ocean surface, casting a thin layer of black sludge that sunlight cannot penetrate. Photosynthesizers such as marine plants and phytoplankton demand constant access to direct sunlight and relatively clean water, without which they would quickly perish. If the oil is incorporated into the water column, either through whirling currents or chemical disparance, it can reach the sea life underneath the ocean's surface. Fish existing in oily waters become contaminated themselves, turning toxic to their eventual predators. Contaminated fish also display signs of stunted growth, reproductive impairment, and degraded organ health. The greatest victims, however, are the seabirds and mammals that require constant interaction with the ocean's surface. Not only does the oil contaminate their food supply, it also seeps deep into their feathers and fur. The petroleum strips their feathers or fur of its protective coating of natural oils that guard the animal from the harsh elements. Without this protective coating, seabirds' feathers will get soaked with water and oil, rendering them incapable of flight, and neither the birds nor the otters will be able to withhold their body heat from the cold environment, leaving them to die of hypothermia.
Warning! Upcoming is a dramatic reenactment of a defenseless blue-footed booby being ravaged by a large-scale oil spill. For those who are squeamish, it is advised that you look away now.
Play the stupid video!
My beak's my eye!
It's so terribly sad, seeing the devastation of marine life in action. Fortunately, in the wake of such a tragic event, the marine life are not helpless. Inspiring conservation efforts can be enacted immediately in the face of an oil spill, and with each accident we become more and more efficient in our cleaning process. In order to gather the oil from the ocean surface before it reaches a particularly sensitive area, conservationists may utilize a method called skimming, in which two boats drag a boom to concentrate the oil into a confined space, and then collect the confined oil with a vessel called a skimmer. This method is most effective on calm seas and when the oil layer is thick, and although effective when collecting large quantities of oil, it is not very effective on smaller instances of submerged oil or on days with choppy waters.
Another
Method near and dear to arsonists everywhere is in situ burning, a procedure in which the oil is lit ablaze and burned away. This method must be performed far away from populous areas, however, because the resulting smoke itself could become a health hazard. In the future, we can look forward to new, innovative techniques to purify our oiled waters. Researchers at MIT are developing nanotechnology capable of retrieving spilled oil from the ocean and carrying it back to land. To reverse the damage that has already been committed, conservation organizations such as the National Wildlife Federation mobilize hundreds of passionate workers to clean contaminated animals and rebuild devastated ecosystems. To this day, these conservation efforts are being carried out in an attempt to fight the still ongoing damage caused by the explosion of the Deepwater Horizon pipeline. Workers are gathering in droves to help restore the marshes near the Mississippi Delta, and volunteers are scouring the shores and seas for contaminated animals that they can then clean and nurse back to health.
Ocean man, take me by the hand.